Hi there, thanks for joining me. This is your weekly intuitive tarot reading. This is going to be, it's coming to the near the end of the month. It's the 23rd, Monday the 23rd through to March the 1st. So I'm just giving the cards a little bit of a shuffle here. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. Okay, so let's see. The first one we've got here is the King of Pentacles, followed by the 6 of Cups. And the last card we've got a major arcana, which is Judgment. Okay, so court card to begin the week, the King of Pentacles. Alright, we've had this King show up a few times of recent, so obviously the energy of the King is really important to all of us at the moment. So King of Pentacles, just to remind you a bit about this card, you know, it's about it's about being a provider, being a protector. It's about the practical, the material realm, you know, because it is about pentacles. You know, and the King likes to take care of people, ensure that people and things are safe and sound and secure, and that's an important thing, you know. And the King represents abundance and security. And very trustworthy, you know, and likes to be in control. So it is that sort of fatherly figure in your life. And being a court card, this can either be an aspect of your own personality that's shining in this particular situation, or it could be that you're drawing in this energy from somebody else around you because you need it for this situation. So in whatever the situation is, sort of ask yourself, am I being the fatherly figure here? Am I taking on that sort of role of provider and protector, or am I sort of bringing somebody else or encouraging somebody else in my life to take that on because it's really needed for this particular situation? It's also said about the practical realm, so that is definitely about work and how you manifest your energy and self in the world. You know, this card's also looking at in the situation that you may be giving advice or receiving advice, but there's definitely guidance and wisdom that's available to you. It's also a card about wanting to share your wealth, and you know that the King of Pentacles loves to has this sense of abundance and wants to share that, you know, and that may be in financial, but it could just be in terms of their energy and their time and their wisdom, and because they want to improve the quality of life to everyone around them. It's really important. You know, but it's within that sense of definitely about financial stability, because, you know, wealth's come to the King of Pentacles very easily, and now they want to share it. It's about that greater good. You might also find that if you're in business, that it's, you know, you've got this sense of fulfillment around a creative task or an adventure you've been involved in, or an investment. And through, you know, you've been very diligent, and you've shown real responsibility, paying attention to details and things of that nature. And so now you're able to really celebrate and acknowledge that you've attained this goal, and you want to share that with others. You know, in a day-to-day situation, you'll find the King of Pentacles energy is about being a good manager, really understanding what it means to be a good manager, to work hard, to be very methodical, you know, to share your time and resources by giving of yourself and your resources, and whether that be literally or through your energy with those around you for the greater good. You know, I like to also think of this card as, you know, being the natural born manager. So if the situation that you've got in play needs that sense of someone to be the manager, this is what this card is about. Not necessarily leadership, but being a good manager and what that means to be a good manager, which is, you know, being methodical, planning, really taking a well thought out approach, you know, kind of following a little bit the tried and tested way, and being very pragmatic around the practical matters, and using that knowledge and wisdom to bring about, you know, any problem solving that might be needed. So that's what this energy to start the week is about. Now notice that the King is sort of faces directed towards the next card, which is the middle of the week. The energy will sort of really start to come in, which is the 6 of Cups. Now the 6 of Cups is quite a different type of energy to the King of Pentacles, because it's really about that being very, it's about friendship and siblings, nice ease around siblings. If you have a situation coming up where you need to have a bit of a family reunion, it's nice energy around there. Real ease about, real natural connection, nice harmony and balance, but from that real childlike way. You know, kids are very open and honest, and they sort of almost a naivety around happiness, and that's the king is looking at this energy and realizing that in the approach that part of all of us, that child within, needs to come out and be acknowledged. So when I see the Six of Cups, it's important to note that it's to respect the past and to honor the past, reflect upon it, not get stuck in it, not dwell on it, to acknowledge, but there may be things from the past that need to come back, or that could be literally people may come back in your life. You may reconnect with old friends, you might reconnect with an old ex-lover, you might find that you want more time to hang out with your siblings or your family, and it's quite nice around that. You also might find something about someone from the past, or a relationship from the past, maybe even an old client or something like that, is important to your ability to share your sense of security and abundance with others. And it could be that you find that you're in a position where you can help somebody from your past, and that's actually quite important because they have something to share in the situation around their ability to, as I said, look at life with a little bit of that childlike way. You might also find that you're being drawn back to something familiar from the past, and that's important for your business or your sense of security. It might be that maybe you're going to go to a past reunion, or just as I said, go visit your parents or go visit your siblings or have connection with them in some way. And that's important because there's something about that interaction that is going to promote your financial security and well-being. You might also find maybe there's been a bit of a problem in the past that you haven't fully resolved, and now you've got the ability to do that and be able to work through it, let it go, which would be really good. But all of this is done with the energy of a real spontaneity, playfulness, being very intuitive, being very childlike, honouring your inner child type concept. And know that, as a rule in this situation, that childlike vision is actually a very good model of knowing how to move forward or how to make the most of the situation at hand. That sort of that openness of the heart is going to be key here. You might also find this card is indicating that that some sort of gift is on the horizon, and that could very much be you're about to share or give a gift to another, or it could be to someone from your past is bringing in a gift of some sort that is of significance to your material plane. And that could include be a past relationship, or may even be somebody new come in your life, but there's some sort of karmic perhaps connection or past life connection of some description. If you're looking for work, this card is indicating that you may find, if you look towards something you've done before, or even a field or career you've done before, maybe make connections, network with somebody from your past would be very advantageous. You might find, that old previous co-worker's got some sort of key to the situation here. But all up, it's around honouring the past, reflecting upon it, letting go what you no longer need, having that sense of openness and abundance to this innocence of this relationship you have with your past and those who represent the past. But don't lose sense of what your current life is about and where you're going, particularly as we then look at the energy of the end of the week, which is going to be influenced by the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is a major arcana, and it's number 20, so it's at the end of the journey of the fall. And this card is, in this particular situation, I think is really indicating again the real importance about honouring the past and learning from the past and seeing how through doing that you really can start something new and sort of have that sense of positive reflection and self-evaluation. So this card is talking about this is a time for reflection, and I think the Six of Cups also is talking about that reflection. So there's a But here it's about reflecting upon the past, because you're in a position where the energy around you wants you to really move forward, have that sort of awakening to something new. But you'll also notice that in that card, again, we have the image of the childlike, the open arms, and here, they're just freely ready and willing and able to embrace, this angel and the wisdom that comes from it. And here we have here that the childlike image is quite large, and so again, it's the importance of the energy of this childlike openness and abundance that's really key. When I also see, it's like that sort of epiphany of the awakening is very much related to that you've, as I said, viewed and evaluated your past experiences, acknowledged what you've learned from them, and then are going to carry them forward and integrate them into something new. That things you no longer need, things that maybe haunted you or problems that were there, can be truly let go of, because you no longer need them. You can just sort of brush them away. That which is important from your past, then you take with you. So those life lessons, and so forth. But this card is saying you're definitely going to find you're going to have a situation or the energy around making a really important decision, and through that, it's like you need to heed the call. So the decision is going, some situation is going to be quite important. You need to heed the call. That's the key here. You need to be self-assertive and really know what it is. You've evaluated your past, you've learned from the past, you've learned to know your true self. You're in a place of giving. You're in a place where you are ready to stand up and heed the call to move forward, to succeed, and accept the call to move towards something new, a new goal or a new vision in your life. So it's kind of like this is saying it's time to wake up and realize that you have done what you've needed to do. The past can be let go, is no longer needed. You might also find that, as I said, this could be around something new, like a new love in your life, or a new hobby, a new focus, a new passion. You might be asking yourself things like, what am I missing that was once important in my past, and do I need to re-engage that because it's important for the future? What has inspired me in the past and has given me renewed energy, and how can I utilize that as I move forward? Or maybe what is missing from the past and I need to re-engage it because really I didn't finish something about that. But again, within that positive outlook of, if you don't need the connection from the past, you let it go, but if it's important, you bring it forward. And whether that be a person, a thing, an event, a career, a connection, or anything of that nature. But, basically it's also reminding you, if you've had sort of challenging times, and a lot of us have in 2014, then the Judgment card suggests that you're getting a bit of respite from those challenges, particularly if those challenges are relating to the past. And you can sort of have, as you share those experiences with others, so definitely through that reconnecting with others around you, particularly people from the past, or siblings, or family, or old colleagues or co-workers, you'll find that they too have had experiences that are familiar and similar, and that will give you some new guidance, a new vision, a new way of looking at your situation, and that will be extremely valuable to you. So I hope you find that really useful. I hope that you have a fantastic week. If you'd like a private reading with me, please find me on my website at www.kirrawoods.com. You can also find me at Facebook and Twitter at Kira Woods Tarot, and please share my videos. I'd be absolutely delighted. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me, and have an absolutely fantastic day.